Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
Morning.
Ooh.
Okay. Happy Tuesday, day 9 of 30 for our running program
Ooh, I
today.
remember this morning.
We had leg days, and we had what's it called? Rainy indoor day, I don't know. Rainy day cardio.
But I went outside because I felt like it.
It's drizzling, so I'm gonna hold it until tomorrow. I did legs, and then I'm gonna either do my cardio tomorrow or go running tomorrow, because me voy a derretir. Come on, man, I have curls. You guys, curly hair girls, no, right? Anyway, all right. So today we're gonna talk to you very quickly about something that impacted me, which we've been practicing, but it was the way that it was delivered that I felt like we needed to share. So Shetty was one of the keynote speakers for our leadership retreat this weekend, or this past week into the weekend. And he wrote a book. It's called, if you don't follow him on social media, you should. He has millions of followers, and he is so inspirational, you guys. So he wrote a book. It's called Think Like a Monk, and his name again is Shetty. So he talked about 5 things that will help you have the best year ever. But I'm going to talk about step 1, and then, maybe we'll come back and talk about 2, 3, and 4, and 5 with you guys. But this is so good. So the first thing that he mentioned was that in life, we have pain, and in order to progress from that pain, you have to reflect. So he says pain, and I have my notes, plus reflection equals progress. The majority of humans stay in pain and never progress because we never take time to reflect. And I was like, right? Whoa. Right? Because it's true. Think about it. I mean, all humans are going to experience pain at some point in our lives. But the main,
can't avoid it.
Right, we can't avoid it. But in order to progress, in order to move forward, you have to take time to really ask yourself, what can I do so that I can learn from this?
You reflect on that pain, and what have you learned from that pain?
Right.
What have you taken away from that pain, which allows us to progress?
Right. So I thought that was a good way to put it, because like Jorge said, you can't get away from pain. But in order to move forward, you have to try to take away, the learning from it. So then he also talks about how can you do that, and that's really taking time to put you first, because as humans, we never really do that. So I'm going to go through it very quickly. So TIME, the acronym is T for thankfulness, I for inspiration, M for meditation, and E for E for exercise. Sorry. Movement, yes, exercise. All right, so thankfulness is gratitude, right? So I have a journal where I write 5 gratitudes every single day.
So do I.
So does Jorge. But he took it a little further. And basically what he said was, send a message to someone that you're grateful for, and be super specific, because when you send out that thankfulness, that gratitude, that love to someone, you make them feel good, but at the same time, it makes you feel good. So take it a step further. I is for inspiration, and that can be you taking a quote, reading a quote every single day. That can be, for us, it's personal development that inspires you. Maybe it's taking, some video every single day that you will listen to. Maybe it's 5 minutes. Maybe it's just a minute. but just making sure that you spend time with yourself, inspiring yourself on a daily. M is for
Movement.
meditation.
Oh, meditation.
Meditation.
My bad.
And meditation can be you spending time with God alone. That could be prayer. That can be
Still time, quiet
time. Yes, it can be your it can be that. Okay, and then and it's really checking in with yourself. He's saying, like, asking yourself, how am I doing? Am I doing good? Just doing those check-ins with yourself, because who's checking in on you, right? We're always checking in on everybody else, but who's checking in on you? And then exercise, which is movement, which, move your body 20-30 minutes a day. And that one was simple. And then I'll leave you with this. So what I liked about this was that he said, instead of going and grabbing for your phone in the morning, right? And I'm guilty for that. There's seasons that I stop that, and then I go right into time with God. And then there's times that, I grab for that phone, and he says, what you're doing is you wake up at 0 energy level, right? And what happens when you grab for that phone, you go to social media, you're -1, right? You go and you watch the news, you're -2. You go and you check emails from work, -3. You go and you check whatever it is that's happening around you, that you're polluting your mind and your heart. You're now at -4, -5. And now in order to get back to 0, you have to, let's say, do time, right? You have to take time for thankfulness, inspiration, meditation, and exercise. And now you're still at 0 because you went down instead of upward. So if you start with time, now you're at +4, and then now let's say you go to social media, you go to work, now you're maybe at -2, but you're still +2. You're still in the positive. So fill your tank first. That's really what the takeaway was. I thought it was, so helpful, and I thought it was a very easy way to see it and practice it.
Yeah, so really what I take out of this is that start your day with positive activities to fill your cup, as Gab said, as Jay Shetty says, because negativity is going to absolutely happen in some form or way or another. So if it starts subtracting from that positivity, at the end of the day, you're still in the positive of filling your cup. But if you start with the negative, you start in the negative, and then you need
to catch up
to get to equal, then to get positive. So let that think about that for a second. Fill your cup in the morning with things that fulfill you, that inspire you, that make you, that attribute to your health, your wealth, everything that it has to do to make you feel better, and you will see significant changes in your day, throughout.
Yes.
So we'll leave you with that. That's inspirational. That's why we do continue doing personal development, because we get so much, we learn so much. Just when you think you may have it all covered and you know everything, you learn something new. Which is great. Share this.
And remember, we have our next group is starting November 2nd. And in that group, we are going to be incorporating many areas, not just, and for us, we've never just focused on one area, but I want to put it out there. We're going to be focusing on not only nutrition, but we are going to be focusing on mindfulness. Okay, and we're going to be focusing on exercise. And we're also going to be focusing on being financially fit. November 2nd, that's the group to join.
What's it called? What are we calling the group?
Dang it, I have it written down because we really thought about this one. I'm going to put out the name out there, and stay tuned. It's going to be good.
It's all about learning together. Everybody should get the most out of themselves. Learn. We've been blessed. Continue getting blessed. We're meeting people around people who are blessed, and we just want to share. The number one thing that anybody will tell you, if you learn something, do not keep it to yourself. Share it. Share it with the ones you care about. Share with the ones you love. Share with the ones you don't even know, right? The fact is that you're sharing, as they say, sharing is caring, but it's a reality. We share as human beings things that are so irrelevant, that have no value, but we have no problem in sharing that hey, I got this new, like the iPhone 12 came out, whoopee-doo, right? But people share that because for some reason it makes them feel good. Not knocking anybody who has a phone. What I'm simply saying is that if we share something like that, that's why we share something so relevant, so important, that are going to change a lot of people's lives. Their thinking, which is the most dramatic thing. Like one of my mentors says, it's not. I'm gonna try to get this right. I'm gonna leave you with this. It's stinking thinking. I'll get it. I apologize. I will share that next time.
You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. But one of my mentors always says it. You know, we're thinking, our thinking is stinking when we're not learning anything new. But I'll share that with you. I'll get it right. I'll get my notes right, and I'll make sure I give that to you guys because it's that important.
Yes, and we'll come back at you with what we're naming our November 2nd group. Remember, it's exercise, nutrition, mindfulness, and getting your finances fit.
Fit. Let's go.
Let's go. Have a blessed one.